In my opinion, this is the most important video I've released on my channel today because these are the 10 lessons I needed to learn to make my first $10,000 online. And I honestly believe if you actually listen and implement these same 10 lessons, there is no reason you can't make $10,000 online as well. So let's get into it. Lesson 1, self-accountability. This was the biggest lesson I needed to learn. And to be honest with you guys, I don't think anyone can really have any sort of success in any realm of this world without having a degree of self-accountability. I put a definition here. Accountability is a glue that ties commitment to results. And if you think you have accountability, I'm going to play a little game with you because this is something that happened to me earlier on when I first started to try to make money online. So I'm going to assume that everyone here has tried at least one business model. It could be TikTok, it could be YouTube content creation, drop shipping, SMMA, anything online to try and make money. And I'm also going to assume that you failed because a lot of people do. I failed in certain pursuits. But when you failed, be completely honest with me because this is something that you need to learn very, very early and I had to learn it the hard way too. Say you failed at drop shipping. You started drop shipping for a couple months and you didn't really go anywhere, didn't make any money. Be honest, did you blame dropshipping by saying it's too saturated, it's hard to make money, all these people online are lying about how easy it is? Or did you blame yourself and say you weren't good enough, that's the reason you didn't make money from it? I'm going to guess you did the first thing, blaming the business model, because I used to do that a lot as well. But let's be completely honest, guys. You are the driver. You can make money in any business model because a business model is just a vehicle. That's how you need to look at it. And a lot of people will look at that and go, oh, well, that doesn't make any sense then because so I'm just at fault. But really, that's actually something you should want to hear because that means you are the deciding factor about making money or not. That should actually be happy to hear because now you know if you skill yourself up to a certain degree, you can make money from any business model. Now, I can start dropshipping tomorrow and I probably won't make a lot of money from it. Why? Because I've got no experience in dropshipping. Does that mean I think dropshipping is a bad business model? Not at all. Because I can also guarantee that someone on this planet will start dropshipping today and has got a very good chance of making $10,000 a month from it and potentially becoming a millionaire one day. So the business model is not flawed. I'm flawed. It doesn't mean I'm flawed for life. It doesn't mean I can never make money online. It just means right now, my current skill quality is not good enough to make money online through that business model. So learning self-accountability was the biggest thing for me. Learning that it's not necessarily the business model at fault, I'm at fault. And not I'm at fault for life, just I'm at fault right now. Skill myself up, learn online through courses, through YouTube videos, reading books. If I skill myself up to a certain degree, I can make money through that business model. And you need to have that same mindset because I promise you, if you do, and in all realms of life, not just business, everything, treat everything as your fault. If you've got an impact in it happening or not happening, you to a certain degree have some fault. And it's better to blame yourself than to blame others and always look for excuses. So self-accountability for me is one of the biggest lessons you can learn. And when I learned that, first of all, it's what actually taught me that I need to be the person to make this happen. Because no business model is going to fall on my lap and earn me $10,000 a month. I need to be the one to make it happen. And that feeds into number 2, motivation versus discipline. This is going to be, to be honest, the business model or vehicle you choose to go down. For some reason, a lot of people seem to swing both ways and they cater to the extremes. You got some people that go, motivation doesn't matter, it's a fake thing, all you need to really care about is being disciplined. Discipline is all that matters. Then you got the other people that go, it's not about discipline, choose something that you're passionate about, follow your motivations. I think it's in the middle. You've got to have a bit of the both. The analogy I like to use, and I've depicted on the screen right here with the image, is that the motivation is your destination and the discipline is your journey. Both are equally important. Now, I could start ballet lessons tomorrow to learn to dance ballet. What would be the motivation? Learning to dance ballet. Do I really care about learning to dance ballet? Absolutely not. So going through the discipline or the journey of doing that makes no sense for me because the motivation isn't strong enough. Now, if you want to make money online, your motivation is making money online, being financially free, being able to buy all the materialistic possessions you want to, retire your parents, you name it. That's your motivation. That's a very strong motivation for a lot of people. Why do people not achieve that? Because they've not got the discipline. The discipline comes in the journey. If I told you you can make millions, but you have to walk for 10 kilometers every single day up Mount Everest to do it, a lot of people still won't do it because it's not worth it. The discipline is not worth it. So you have to pick something you actually enjoy doing. It's another analogy that goes, if you find something you like to do, you never have to work a day in your life. And it's very similar in this case. You've got to find something that has the right blend. It's going to be able to make you money online. That's your light at the end of the tunnel. That's your motivation. But at the same time, it's something you genuinely enjoy doing. So you've got the discipline to do it every single day. And even if you have to do it 5-10 years in a row, you genuinely don't mind that because you genuinely enjoy what you're doing with that business model. So that's what the second lesson of this presentation. You have to find something that you genuinely enjoy. Motivation and discipline are both important. Some people will say that it doesn't matter about what you're passionate about, you're only passionate about making money. I personally disagree with that thought process. That might work for a very, very subsection of the population that are just disciplined warriors, David Goggins people, where they'll just do it. They don't care about what they like at all, they'll do it. And I know that sounds cool, but for the vast majority of people, you have to enjoy something to a certain degree to do it. So find something you're passionate about, but also has the ability to earn money at the end of the tunnel. Lesson 3, speed. Super, super important. Now, when I say speed, a lot of people seem to conflate the idea that if you're fast, it's poor quality. I disagree. Do things quickly and do it to a high quality. Whatever I tend to do, I do it quickly. And that's one of the biggest reasons I've been able to make money online. Look at my last few videos on this channel, right? 2 days, 5 days ago, 8 days ago, 12 days ago. A video every 3 to 4 days. When you look at other people in the TikTok and making money online space, a lot of them post a top quality video every week, once a week. I'm trying to do it 2 times a week. If you post more videos more often, there's a good chance you're going to grow at a fast pace as well. It's the same as Parkinson's law underneath, right? It's that old adage where if you give yourself a day to clean your bedroom or give yourself 20 minutes to clean your bedroom, you'll do it in both ways. You'll take the whole day if you need to, or you'll take 20 minutes if you allot 20 minutes to it. More time equals less effort needed. Less time equals more effort needed. You have to be very, very quick when you do things. Be ruthless with yourself. I tell myself when I wake up, I've got to get this video out today. That's it. I'm not sleeping until this video is ready to upload tomorrow morning. And if you do that over a long time period, it might not seem like much is happening over the first couple weeks or first couple months. But over a long time period, I'm telling you, that is what you need to do to be able to be a dominator in your field of work. Speed is super, super important. If you're moving quickly, you can fix a lot of things in this world because there will be problems along the way. But the biggest counteractive antidote to problems is speed. If you move quickly, you'll mask over a lot of problems in business and in the making money online space. Make sure you move very, very quickly. Too many people are slow, very, very slow. I've dealt with them when I'm working with clients, when I'm working with customers, etc. They say, oh, let's reconvene next week. I say, what's your schedule looking like today? What's your schedule looking like tomorrow? Let's move very, very quickly. The quicker you move, the quicker money comes in the door, quicker we can get onto more projects. Video out tomorrow, great. I can get started on the next video to go out in 3 days' time. The more quickly you move, the more output you're getting. Lesson 4, stick to your word. This is something that absolutely I believe is true. And you can say it's good karma. You can put it down to all lots of things. But I honestly believe someone that sticks to their word will do very well in business. Because especially when you start out as a beginner, all you've really got is your word. To be honest, I learned this lesson from one of my favorite films of all time, Scarface. Tony Montana, when he's speaking to Sosa, he goes, I've only got 2 things in this world. My word and my, testicles. And I don't break them for anybody. And that's something you've got to be like in business. Stick to your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. And that could be to customers, that could be to yourself, and that could be to clients, anyone. Like I told you guys in the previous lesson, when I tell myself I'm going to have a video out tomorrow, ready, I stick to that word. I'm going to have this video out tomorrow. If I sleep at 4 a.m, so be it. But that video is getting done because I told myself I have to do it. Equally, if you tell clients, I'll ring you tomorrow at 10 a.m, make a point of ringing them tomorrow at 10 a.m. I know it sounds simple, I know it sounds logical, but you will not believe how many people just don't do it. They say, I'll have it ready for you tomorrow. Tomorrow passes, nothing back. 3 days, 4 days passes, nothing back. I have to then message them saying, where's it at? What's going on? So many people just don't stick to their word. So when you do stick to your word and say something and actually do it, you look amazing and you seem like a very trustworthy person. And also, break stuff down into mini steps. A lot of people say, when they say stick to your word, okay, I'll do this for you. But break it down step by step. I'll call you at 10 a.m. tomorrow, then call him at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Then in that meeting say, I'll draft up the contract by the end of today. Draft it up by the end of today. Little goals, set goals, meet goals, set goals, meet goals, micro goals, one at a time. And every single time you say something, do it. Because then next time when you go to someone and say, I've got this to do, they know this person's going to be trustworthy and they are going to do it. And also don't screw people over. And a lot of times people obviously work with contracts, they work with this, they work with that. In my opinion, you don't really need contracts. You just need to have mutual assurance that this is going to get done, because it works for both people. If it's mutually beneficial, a lot of people will do things, right? And I honestly believe that if you're a good person that sticks to your words, and when you say something, you're going to do it, there will always be business for you in this world. There will always be clients that come to you and want to get work from you because you stick to your word, and that you are someone that is trustworthy and people want to work with. And this actually feeds into the next point, lesson 5. Make your clients and customers feel valued. When you are working with someone, they need to feel like you have got their best interests at heart. When I do any work for clients, whether that is clients running their TikTok pages, whether that is running paid sponsors on my channel or TikTok or something like that, I always make my clients feel valued. I always make them feel like they are my number one priority when it comes to this, when it comes to the video I'm producing or for running their account or anything along those lines. If your client feels like you genuinely care about them, they will always come back to you. And what that tends to happen now is you get to a point where you can start making money without really even needing to do anything. It gets to a point where the real top people in this world, they make money easily. Why? Because of their network. Because they've got so much goodwill with these clients, they can call one up and say, look, I've got a big opportunity with you. We've run it before. This is a great gap in the market. We need to exploit this. Let's get it moving. I'll give you a great deal at $2,000. If the client has worked with you before, they know you're a trustworthy person, you've stuck to your words, you've made them feel valued, there's no reason they won't do that. And then you got $2,000 when you might have been at a sticky spot when you needed money quickly. Why? Because you kept a good reputation with the people you've worked with. It's very, very unlikely that you've done a good job for someone and they won't want you to do a similar job again. It's very, very unlikely in business. It's one-off deals. There's a lot of times I've done work for clients of retainers because I've done really well in the first business I've done with them. They've come back to me again purely because I've done very well. I've kept to my words and I made them feel valued. Repeat orders from repeat customers is one of the most underrated parts of business. There's the old adage as well that goes, you get 80% of your revenue derived from your top 20% of customers, the 80-20 rule. Same in YouTube and in content creation. 80% of your views and followers come from 20% of your top posts. So you've got to make those top clients and those retainer clients, you've got to make them feel valued, because they're the ones that will help you out when you come in a sticky spot. Trust me when I say that. Lesson 6, use what you've got. So many people when it comes to business start coming up with these outrageous ideas that doesn't fit what they've currently got. And when I say what you've currently got, it comes down to two things: capital and personnel, or capital and skill set. Capital is your money. I'm sorry, but you're not going to start a Boeing 767 airline company if you're a student that's broke. Let's be completely honest. People have these false identity of what they're going to start and these false ambitions. When I started my first online business model, which was properly my first online business model, which was content creation, YouTube and TikTok, why did I start it? Because I was a student. I didn't really have any money to spend each month. I didn't want to spend money on paid ads or drop shipping through like making those ads for those products or SMMA or anything like that. I wanted to start content creation. Why? Because it was free to start. All I needed was a free software like CapCut to edit. That was literally it. Use what I've got. Also things, look at the people around you. So many people make money with the people around them. If you've got friends or siblings that do video editing, for example, does it make sense to start a dropshipping company, or does it make sense to start a YouTube automation company or YouTube automation business? Well, you go to that friend and say, look, you've got video editing skills. I've got script writing. I'm gonna learn how to script write and do voiceovers. Let's make a YouTube automation business. You deal with the editing side. I'll deal with the scripting and voiceovers. We take 50-50 of the cut. That's a business. Use the people around you. Use the resources you've got and the skill set. You're gonna have an unfair advantage in this world. A lot of times in business, it's not necessarily you actually having these opportunities fall down your lap. It's spotting the opportunities at the right moment and looking around at the playing field and going, hang on a minute, there's this happening right now. Let me go and take advantage of it. Chaos and opportunity is the same word in a lot of facets. So if you know people, look around, look at who you've got around you. Have you got friends? Have you got cousins? Have you got siblings? People you know of that have got particular skill sets. Work with them with their skill sets, and you learn a skill set as well, and you can work together and make money in that respect. Use what you've got. A lot of people have lofty ambitions for things that doesn't really make sense right now. I've got a lot of things I want to do, a lot of businesses I want to set up, and a lot of personal ambitions. But I appreciate I've not got the capital or the time to implement those right now. So what can I do? I park it, understand, but I have to start something else right now that I've got the skill set and the capital and the time to actually begin. So use what you've got. Lesson 7, main versus side missions. This is the biggest thing and one of the biggest reasons people don't make money online. They change too easily. In my opinion, you have a main mission and you have side missions. When I first decided I wanted to make money online, my main mission was content creation. I wanted to build a personal brand on YouTube. Now, alongside that, I've had side missions. I've dabbled in drop shipping, wasn't very successful. I've dabbled a little bit in copywriting, wasn't very successful. But it doesn't matter because those were side missions. Along that time, I never stopped posting content on TikTok and YouTube because that was my main mission. And lo and behold, I made my $10,000, my first $10,000 at least, and continue to make money through content creation because that was my main mission. People underestimate the returns you can get over a long time period. Everything's exponential. People start something, they don't see returns in 2-3 months, and they instantly flip to another business model. That's not going to work. Feel free to dabble in other business models, absolutely. But for me, you have to pick your North Star. You have to pick your main mission. And that could be any of the business models, but pick it. And then from that, you just continue that main mission for the next 5 years if needs be. And that's also why you need to enjoy it, to be honest. I make that point very apparent that you need to enjoy what you do. Because if you enjoy what you do, it won't feel like work. So when I decided to do content creation as my main mission, my main side hustle, I knew I enjoyed content creation. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy the self-accountability and the fact that it's completely down to me how many videos I produce and the whole digital real estate and passive income that can be derived from that. So I said, okay, I'm happy to do this for 3, 5, even 10 years. And lo and behold, I'm still here earning money from it. So you need to be able to pick your main mission. And if you want to start missions on the side, so be it. But do not deter or waver around from your main mission, your North Star. Lesson 8, money first. One of the biggest lessons I learned, money first. When it comes to dealing with clients, customers in particular, money up front. I know you can say, oh, I've got to contract this, contract that, take money up front. You can always put a spin on it. I like to say with clients, I've got a lot of work going on right now. I'm able to take money up front. So therefore, I'm able to order my work accordingly. And don't worry, I've got plenty of testimonials from previous clients I've worked with that will enable, that can show you I'm a trustworthy person to work with. Something like that. But always take money up front. Because if you don't, you get in all sorts of things where you're chasing down money after you deliver the video and this, and it makes it, honestly, and it can mess with your mental state. If you've done something for someone and they've not paid you yet, you're chasing money from them. You can't even work properly because your mind's just fixated on when you're going to get certain money. Trust me, it's not fun. By taking money in first, you know that part is done. Now it's your job to deliver the product. Don't just take the money and not deliver the product. As I said earlier, stick to your word. That's very important in business. And also makes you more trustworthy. If you've taken money first and delivered the video, that's far more trustworthy than delivering a video, then taking money afterwards. Hey, I'm being honest. If I gave you £20 right now and said, come back to me with this, sent you on a mission and you came back and gave it to me, that's far more trustworthy than me saying, I'll give you £20 if you come back with this for me. I can't be the only one that thinks that way, and clients will as well. And update them with your progress as you go along. When I work with clients and customers, I make a point of updating them frequently, even if it's little things like the script is now done, I posted this video today for you. Little things like that makes them feel like you really value them and care about them. Another point as well off the back of this, don't celebrate until money's in the bank. I've seen this with myself earlier on and with friends as well. They close a deal for a $2,000 client, right? For example, until money's in your bank, it's not closed. Until the payment has entered your bank account, that money is not yours. They could say they've agreed to the deal. It could be closed. They could have signed the contract, everything. It does not matter. Until money is in your bank, it does not count. And celebrate when it's in your bank, absolutely. But until that moment, if you start celebrating going, oh my God, the deal is closed, the money's mine, they've said that they've agreed to the deal. Look, I know I said you need to keep to your words, but unfortunately in this business world, not everyone keeps to their word. Until money's in your bank, it doesn't really count. And you're gonna set yourself up to be really have a lot of emotional swings if you get excited when people give you their word of mouth rather than when you actually see money enter your bank account. So, another important lesson, and actually a lesson at the time caused me to have a lot of emotional distress, but when I reflect back now, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me, and that is that no business lasts forever. And another part of that is being anti-fragile. Now, down here at the bottom, you've got my best ever TikTok account. It reached over 500,000 followers, and not too long after, it got banned off the face of TikTok. And this was the first ever way I was making money online. I was earning 4 figures a month with this business model, running faceless TikTok accounts and faceless theme pages on TikTok. I still use TikTok to this day, but this was by far my best ever account. And this account got banned. And the problem was that every sort of money I was generating was through that account. So as soon as it got banned, I went from 4 figures a month comfortably to 0, literally overnight. Everything I was earning was through that account. And that taught me 2 important lessons. 1, no business lasts forever. You can't think because you're making money now, that's it. I'm gonna be making money for the rest of time. You've got to always be on your toes and be looking for other opportunities. And also anti-fragile. Just because you're making money from one avenue, you can try and make money from others. That is why a lot of people say to these, I can't speak for all online entrepreneurs, but when online entrepreneurs sell courses or try and build a personal brand, a lot of people are pessimistic that they are only doing that because their business model doesn't work. That's not necessarily true. They can be doing that to diversify their income streams and to build up multiple different ways of making money. Because it's all great earning $200,000 a month through dropshipping, for example. But let's say you go bust in that. That $200,000 a month becomes zero if that's your only way making money. Suddenly, if you build up a personal brand and sell courses and info products, you might be getting $200,000 a month from dropshipping, but you can now be getting $50,000 a month from your personal branding, $20,000 from your info products. And suddenly it becomes a point where even if dropshipping goes down, at least you've got other income supplies that can keep you afloat. Me personally, I'd rather be earning $10,000 a month through 5 different business models than $70,000 a month through one business model. I'd sacrifice the extra $20,000 for being more anti-fragile in the sense where I'm earning money in different avenues. So if one goes down, the others are still surviving. That's just my personal mindset. You've got to be anti-fragile in this game. If you've got a table, it's better to have 4 legs than 1 leg. Because if that 1 leg gets chopped down, I'm sorry, but the whole table comes crashing down. Always try and be anti-fragile and understand no business lasts forever. It might be looking good, but use that money to invest elsewhere and try and have multiple different income streams. You don't want a pile of money, you want streams of money. That's a very important lesson I learned as a teenager with that account. And at the time when it got banned, I was super emotional about it. I've never been a depressed person, but I was borderline depression off the back of it. Like, you're earning 4 figures a month comfortably as a teenager, down to 0 overnight. That's hurting anyone. That's like a heartbreak. But I learned one of my most important lessons off the back of it. No business lasts forever. And you've got to be anti-fragile. And I look back and I smile because I'm happy I learned it at a young age rather than learning it when I was 24, 25, when I'm potentially looking to start a family, get married, buy a house, things like that. I'd much rather learn it as a teenager than learn it later on in life. And finally, the last lesson, never ever give up. Never give up. I feel like social media is one of the biggest pollutants nowadays when it comes to making money online, because so many people show, teenagers especially, and look, they're absolutely feel free to do this. I've got nothing against them doing this, but they show themselves in Ferraris and flying private jets and flying first class. They make it seem so easy. It's not easy. It's gonna take a long time. I started this YouTube channel in 2022, May 2022. It's been over 2 years, and only now I'm actually earning consistent money from this YouTube channel. When I started TikTok, it took me a while to reach 500,000 followers and make money from it. I've started business models that have failed, like dropshipping and like copywriting. When Iman Ghazi spoke about this, he signed his first client. It then took him 7 months to sign his second client. 7 months is a long time. He could have quit in any of those months or any of those days between signing his first and second client. I know a lot of young people show themselves all this cash and make it seem like it's easy money. It's not easy money. Yes, some people win the lottery and those kids potentially won the lottery. But there's also a very important lesson. The quicker you go up, the quicker you can go down. It's going to be a slow grind. It's going to be a slow hustle. That is why I say pick something that motivates you, which is the money at the end of the tunnel, but also pick something you genuinely enjoy doing. Because if you enjoy doing it and you do it every single day, it won't feel like work. And suddenly, it might take a few months, it might take a few years, but you'll look back and go, I'm so glad I started. And now when everyone else is working jobs they don't necessarily love, obviously some people do, but some people won't, you can look back and go, I'm so delighted I started this. And I know a lot of people didn't believe in me, but I believed in myself. And if it's anything, I believe in you. Because trust me, anyone can make money online in this day and age. Absolutely anyone. We are one of the best ever generations to be born in. You can make money from your phone through a website. If it was the 18 or 1900s, you're not making money in that respect. You're not. I'm sorry, like you have to go and work in a factory most often to make money in any sort of regard. Even if it's the 1800s during the Industrial Revolution in the UK, that's what you're doing. Nowadays, anyone can make money from their phone, and that's got to be so gratifying. And you can be the reason it's going to happen, and you can be the reason it's not going to happen, just like lesson 1. Believe you can do it. I believe you can do it as well, and you need to believe in yourself that you can do it. Every single day, never ever give up. If it's something you enjoy doing, don't let anyone, especially yourself, tell you to not keep doing it. And if you don't give up, it's very hard to not make money in this game. I promise you. If you don't give up over a long enough time period, you will make it happen. Just like regression to the mean. Regression to the mean states that over a long enough sample size, things will go as they're meant to go. And a lot of people give up far too early. A lot of people have a dream, but they don't act on it. Act on it and don't ever give up. So if you enjoyed this presentation, please do subscribe down below, and importantly, hit the bell notification button, because not enough people do this, but that keeps you up to date with my videos. And if you want to know a little bit about my story making money on TikTok, how I made my first sort of money online, check out this video right next to me where it goes through my whole journey from 0 to 500,000 followers on TikTok and all the lessons I learned along the way as well. Take care.